Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Monday, December 18th, 2023. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a great time out there, having fun, enjoying your weekend with some family and some friends, everybody out there, just having a great time, just enjoying yourself, living it up, having a good weekend. That's what we do. It's the holiday season. But anyways, thank you for being here. We're talking about a lot of stuff, a lot of breaking news. Jonathan Majors is done, everybody. He's done. He is fired by Marvel. That's going to be a big topic tonight, but also a lot of good spin-off stuff happening, too. A Wednesday spin-off. We're also getting the Lord of the Rings lawsuit, just went through some crazy shit, and a spin-off, again, of the Dark Knight himself. So, but before we get into all that, I want to introduce my lovely co-host, as always, Miss Sabrina Vittori. Welcome back to Kruse Control. Sabrina, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Hey, what's up, Queen? How's your weekend?
Hi, Queen. Hi, Edward. It was definitely not a weekend, but I'm here and I'm alive, so we have that.
We're doing well. We're here. It's Monday. Hey, what's up, Edward? Welcome back. Yes, put it out there. And you heard her voice, everybody. She's usually the queen of Fridays. Now she's conquering Mondays. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control, Miss Rachel Blakely. Rachel, how you doing tonight? How's life? How's the weekend? How's everything?
I'm doing great. I'm just recovering from a bout of COVID, but I'm feeling awesome. Better, and I'm getting through it. I am also alive, which is again the best we can ask from ourselves right now.
That's the biggest thing, is being alive, right? You just want to be healthy and happy and not be
the alternative.
It does beat the alternative, GR.
Does it though? I'm just kidding.
And you know, as you heard, everybody out there, Mr. Bah Humbug himself, GR Waters. Welcome back, GR. How you doing, man?
I'm great, Brian. How are you, bud?
Doing well. Happy to have you here. How's your weekend? How's your holiday season?
Not too bad. Got all the Christmas crap done.
Nice.
I'm ready for, as we used to say in the old days, 6 more sleeps till Santa Claus comes.
He's coming really soon. I can't wait to see him. You know, for all the friends of their Kruse Control, get excited for it. I know I am. I mean, it's a holiday season. It's the last week. It's a week from today. It's Christmas. I can't wait. I know Peppy's probably excited, but Peppy's back. Are you excited, Peppy? Of course he's excited. Peppy, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Thank you, Brian. Happy to be back on Kruse Control. We are going to have a great show today because Pep Star is on. Rachel, how you doing, girl? Hey, Sabrina.
Why, my best buddy, GR.
Happy to see all my peoples back in the chat. What's up, guys?
Thanks, Peps. Hey, what's up? I don't know who this is, but hey, welcome to Kruse Control. Happy you're here joining us. Good to see you. Thanks for having fun with us tonight. We got a lot to talk about, of course. Again, like I said, this has been a crazy day for the news. Usually Mondays are very slow, but we had a lot of stuff happening. Trial stuff going down, lawsuits, people wondering about their careers. It's a lot. And for me, I'm excited to get into it because, hey, it wouldn't be a Monday if there wasn't. You know what I like to say? Some breaking news. Come on, everybody, let's get it. All right, the very first thing I want to dive into is Wonka. That's right, Wonka's out in theaters. You have a chance to watch it, check it out now. Had a budget of $125 million. It made $39 million domestically, $112 million overseas for $151.4 million opening weekend. A lot better than they were expecting. They were expecting maybe around 50 to 70. So they made their money back in more. And of course, there is the marketing money and all that, but still, it's doing really well. And it's tracking to be out with the Little Mermaid in that kind of world. Also, maybe The Great Showman around that area for how well it did the opening weekend. And, you know, for me, I want to see it. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I was expecting to. Just, you know, I'll go sometimes run out of time, but it's doing great. Can't wait to see it. Wonka is out. But something that didn't do too great that I was excited about was The Creator, but The Creator is now going to be on Hulu. So, you know, if you haven't seen it yet, because a lot of people didn't go out and see it, or some people decided, nah, I don't want to see it after all the hoopla about, you know, the bad talk about it. Well, it's going to be out December 20th. That's not too far. Just a couple days away. You'll be able to watch it on Hulu, have a good time. After 83 days of being in theater, it's finally going to be out. A budget of $250 190. It came out September 29th. A budget of 80 million, and it made 104 million. So it did all right. It made money back still, but still is, when people gave it a lot of shit. I still think it's fun. It's worth seeing. It's still exciting, and just as excited as Kal Penn is to be on the Daily Show, and he's apparently might be coming back. We talked about this multiple times about how they've been talking about having him be the main host over there. He did another run over there, and he's talking about. He says, "I felt like the perfect merger of both my worlds being on the show." And there's so much despair out there. It would be cool if some of the comedy shines a light on some of the good things that are happening. He's really excited to do it. Isn't Wonka a flop? It's not a flop as of right now. I mean, it could be, but it's opening weekend really surprised everybody. Edward, it really did. Oh, it made over 100 million. So it's like for them, I mean, hopefully it does well. Hope it does even better, but they have to make more money. They already made enough to make their money back. Well, they probably spent like 50 to 80 on marketing, so it won't take much to break even. Hopefully it picks up next weekend with the holiday season. We'll have to wait to see it. But Kal Penn, too, I hope he gets to come back for Daily Show. I don't know, it could be good, could not be good. People are saying it's celebrity status. I don't know if he has it or not, but he's excited to be there, so it seems like it might be the perfect fit. So we'll have to wait to see what happens with him. But somebody that, has another little PR problem. She's done really well with her memoirs, Britney Spears. And Britney Spears recently came forward because JT was saying some stuff. He was singing Cry Me a River, and he said, "No disrespect," before he said it. No disrespect. I'm not singing this song. and he sang it, and then Britney fired back, and she says, "I never mentioned that I beat him at basketball," and he would cry. No disrespect. So, no disrespect. Britney, shots fired at JT. No disrespect. Relationships are tough, everybody. They're fucking tough, though. We know it. Sometimes there's good, there's bad, and, and sometimes they just don't last. And ask Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner, because they just broke up. So, I don't know if I really care about this, but I mean, still, it's noteworthy. I mean, he's a Grammy-winning award-winning performer, and she's a Kardashian. That's what you got. But they broke up. They've been together for less than a year, and they said it was because of their scheduling. It's just hard for them to hang out because they're going different worlds. He's going on a big tour soon, so it's just hard to be together. But they still truly, like each other. They're going to be friends and continue going forward. So good for them. Good for them. I mean, good for her. She's going to be on a Kardashian show tomorrow. Good for her. I'm not excited about her, but I know everybody's excited about some Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift, there's rumors going around. And these are rumors, and I'm gonna ask Rachel after we get through the breaking news because I want to see what she says. But yeah, apparently she might be engaged. There's a rumor going around that she might be engaged, and someone saw her wearing a ring, and it's new accessory, big bling flashy going around. She's been showing people, and apparently he was actually asking her father for permission to marry her. Now, is this true or not? This is all rumor mill going around there. Page 6 reported this, so who actually knows? But it's going around the internet pretty big. Is Taylor Swift getting married? She's a billionaire. He's a successful football player. Maybe together they will conquer the world. Who knows? But Warren Beatty did conquer the world for a long time, but he was also alleged for sexual assault. And I feel like that's the thing. There's so much sexual assault allegations, but they were dropped for him, luckily. So for him, the court threw it out. Now, if there's any truth to this, we really don't know, but the judge actually threw all the lawsuit out just recently, and it was based off a situation that went down with the teenage girl back in 1973. It was before she even lost her virginity, and she said that he just kind of like got up in her and started talking. Was like swoozing with her, like talking to her, having a good time, like being like, "Hey, you're talented," and he tried to coerce her into sex apparently when she was 14 or 15 years old. That's what she said, but she met him on set, and he was trying to take pictures with her, get her phone number, talk to her, and apparently he talked about taking her virginity away. I don't know if anything happened. She didn't really say something happened, but it sounded like more it was a breach too far for her, and she just didn't come out for a long time. But then these statutes of limitation came away, so then she came forward, but a judge threw the whole thing away. Why do people get married? They just get divorced afterwards. Well, especially celebrities. You're right, Edward. But sometimes when you're in love, you can't hold it yet. You're in love, and you can't let go. Just like Jason Momoa doesn't want to let go of Aquaman. He does not want to let go of Aquaman. Even though he says he probably does have to, though, because he sees the reviews coming out there. He sees what people are saying about the new one. And he said, honestly, the truth of it is, if the audience loves it, then there's a possibility. But right now, I'm like, it's not looking good. And it's not. Everyone's saying the opening weekend numbers are going to bomb. It's the last DCEU movie out there. There's a whole rumor that James Gunn might sell the rights off over to Netflix, and Netflix might let Zack Snyder actually continue forward with the Snyderverse. So maybe he'd do it then. But also Momoa said though he'd love to continue this character, play for it for a long time. He says he kind of knows where he wants the character to go, but it really comes down to if this movie does well, because again, this universe is going away. It's unfortunate if you love that. But somebody else that wishes she'd go away from Hollywood is Angelina Jolie, but she came forward and said if she would have been just starting acting now, she just wouldn't do it because she hates how social media is. She hates. She was doing an interview with Wall Street Journal recently, and she just hates how people have to put themselves out there so much now, and they have to have those Instagram profiles. They have to do all this PR. They have to talk about their personal life. And she said when she started, she grew up in Hollywood. It was never like that. And that's why I work for her. And she was starting now. She won't do it. She's actually moved away from Hollywood. And that's why she's behind the camera more. And Aquabomb, that's a good one, Edward. Yeah. So for her, she doesn't really want to keep doing it. But you know what? She's done some great movies like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And there's a TV show coming. And, you know, I'll watch it maybe. I mean, look at him, Donald Glover. Donald Glover, everybody. He's great. He's always great. Now, this whole thing is a different kind of situation. It's like they're two lonely strangers. They land jobs working for a mysterious spy agency that offers them a glamorous life of espionage, wealth, world travels, and dream brownstone in a dream brownstone in Manhattan. So they have this big house, and they're going to do everything, new identities. They have arranged marriage. They know their spies going into it, and then they have to do every mission each episode. And there's 8 episodes. And can their marriage and their missions actually work so they can stay together? And I guess they'll probably fall in love by the end of it. Come on, they probably will. But my Erskine is also in this. She was from Pen 15, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'll probably check it out. The trailer's out. You check it out now. It looks pretty good because honestly, sometimes though trailers look good and sometimes it's just cheap fucking shit. Like honestly, it's okay. It's okay, but we're getting a second season. Maybe I don't want to see it. Maybe I will. But January 12th, the second season starts. The best part about that is Alan Cummings. I think he's great. He's like, who is going to be the traitor? I can't say his thing, but 11 episodes. Coming. If you love it, you're getting more and more and more. Alan Cummings is continuing. He's an executive producer, and he's got some flashy outfits for you this season. So a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news, and it's exciting. Before we go into the hot takes, Rachel, is she getting married? Is Tay-Tay getting married? Or is this all shenanigans? Shenanigans, PR shit. You see the ring? Ring's fucking big, but I mean, it could be just like a glam ring for all we know.
These rumors go around with her every few years. Every time she has a new boyfriend, the paps and the public are always like, oh, she's going to marry him. And she's still never been married. So I'll believe it when her team announces it. She's talked very publicly about how she doesn't really care for the fact that people, anytime she's in a relationship, they just kind of assume like her only path forward is marriage because that's like really heavily expected out of women and especially celebrities in our society. So like she talks about it in several songs. She's like in Lavender Haze, she says that they could only see her as a one night or a wife. And that's the only ways that women can be perceived. So like I don't think she's jumping at the gun to get married, especially she's only been dating this guy since like June or July, somewhere around there.
Some of that.
I think people just want her to get married. So they're just gonna every so often they just say, oh, she's getting married just because that's what they want. Married.
Yeah. It's just like it's just the gossip reigns out there. People just love to talk about her. I mean, she's the biggest thing of 2023, honestly. Again, Times Person of the Year. Big thing. Eras Tour did well during a time where theaters were like just not doing well. And honestly, good for her. She's talented. And honestly, I think that we're going to hear more about Tay-Tay moving forward into the next year.
Right now, she's got the second half of her tour to do.
There you go. There's no time for it. Tay-Tay, don't get married. Continue making some stuff out there. But anyways, a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. And as always at that time, we put a minute on the clock and give everyone a chance to give what we like to say is their hot takes. All right, everybody, this is that time. It's your first time on the show. It's the 20th millionth time on the show. We put a minute on the clock, and everyone gets try to get every hot take or every breaking news moment. They have to mention it all in 1 minute, get that hot take, and at a minute, a bomb blows up, and they're out of time. So can they make it all happen? Can they catch every topic in 1 minute? That's the question right now. It's a fun game we do on Kruse Control every day, and I'm excited because, again, I maybe did a lot of topics, and we got like 12 tonight, 11 or 12, so it might be a little tough. It might not. Mike says shipping in an incredibly popular pastime.
It is incredibly.
It is. Sorry, it is. But it gets creepy when it's real people.
Yeah.
Fictional characters.
Don't be shipping. But yeah, it's I'm excited about I'm excited to see if that Tay-Tay thing's real. It's probably not, but it's time to pick. It's time to pick right now. We gotta see who goes first. We got these hot takes. So Sabrina, who's going first? Who's going first? What do you think? Oh, Rachel. She's getting head first with the hot takes.
Let's
Rachel.
go.
I believe you're ready, Rachel. I think you're ready to kick some ass right now on these hot takes. So, okay, I'm gonna put that minute on the clock and we're gonna see what happens here. So here we go. Queuing up your minute. Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
All right, so Wonka. I'm not surprised that's doing well. It's a very popular franchise. People like Timothée Chalamet. Creator, never heard of it, don't care. Kal Penn doing Daily Show. I think that's a good fit. Like he said himself, it combines his political and comedic backgrounds, so it's perfect for him. Britney Spears being better at basketball than JT. That's just amazing. I love that. Kendall Jenner, don't give a shit. We talked about Taylor Swift, Warren Beatty. That's a complicated issue, and the only people who know are the people who were there. The court made their decision. Jason Momoa doing Aquaman. If he's at peace with that character ending, that's probably for the best. Angelina Jolie. I haven't seen her on screen in forever, so who cares? Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Donald Glover. I think it looks good. Traitors season 2. I didn't watch this first season, so.
I think she got it right. She got it, everybody.
Got it.
Yeah. I was not ready. I had a moment. You know, that's what happens. Everybody. I know it's all weird for us, but it's great out there, everybody. Rachel got it. Rachel, how's it feel?
I've gotten it most of the time. I think I failed once or twice.
Hey! You did great tonight. You made it happen. It was good. It's a lot of shit. Sabrina, are you gonna go next, or you gonna make GR go first? Oh, we can't hear you, Sabrina. We can't hear you.
All right, so let's go to GR. We got it back.
I was gonna go to GR.
I muted myself. I'm sorry, I unmuted myself. I want to know why Zach had a bad day, by the way. Good job, Rachel from Queen. Yeah. All right. Are you going to me? Am I ready? What's happening?
Yeah, we're gonna go to you, I guess. Let's go to you. I was gonna ask you should go first, but I mean, honestly, I think it's your turn. GR can go last tonight. Because GR is in the Christmas spirit right now.
GR gets the respect nod. He gets to go last.
Bah humbug.
Oh, does that mean I got?
No, I get to pick. Or it could be by default. That's what Brian likes to say.
I like to say it by default.
You haven't been on the
nice.
show for a while, and GR has, so that's why I picked you. I figured you haven't been around for a minute, so I put you in the hot seat.
All right, Sabrina, you ready for those hot takes?
Sure.
Here we go.
I'm gonna try to give Zach a 10 out of 10, man. I'm sorry I had a shitty day. Me too. I have a shitty life.
1. Hot takes.
Okay. So Willy Wonka, $240 million is their budget. If you factor in the $100 million marketing budget, which is, I believe, Edward Hyde had brought that up, so that's true. It's a musical, which I didn't know, but I'm sure it will continue to make money. The creator I actually liked. A lot of people didn't. I liked it. It was turn your brain off for a while. A lot of it was stupid. It was visually stunning. I didn't really, I don't see the problem with it. Kal Penn, Daily Show, sure, great. He's doing a great job. I just wish they would have picked a woman, maybe. Whatever. Do you? Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake. It's so old. Who cares? I mean, Jesus fuck. How long has it been that we got to talk about these two still? Bad Bunny, I couldn't care less about any fucking Kardashian Jenner / fucking whatever. So fuck that. Taylor Swift, they're just on her ass all the time. They always say shit that's not true. Warren Beatty, the court, like Rachel said, made their decision. Jason Momoa. Chachi goes, good point. Who's going to talk to the fish then? We don't know. Angelina Jolie, I get what she's saying. 100% true. Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show. Going to take a hard pass on that. And the Traitors season 2, I'll probably watch.
She got it!
I'm sad to say I watched the first season. It was kind of fun. Woo!
Woo! Alan Cummings. He's kind of funny though. I like him in this show.
No, that's how I feel. I'm like, wait, what? Why
he's a saving grace. Good old Nightcrawler. He's a saving grace. That's all I can say. He is. Great job. That's two for two.
Come on, GR. Don't fuck it up.
Can you make this happen, GR? Can you make it happen? Can you make it a
hat trick? No pressure.
No pressure on the hat trick because, hot takes. This would be a perfect night tonight with you, GR. It could be a perfect night. That's all I'm saying. Okay, GR. As I always say, are you ready for your hot takes?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hot takes.
Oh, yeah.
In 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Wonka, who cares? The creator, I love it. I love the show. Kal Penn, I think it'd be a good fit there. Brittany and Justin are like two elementary school kids. Tired of them. Bad Bunny and Kendall and Taylor Swift and her engagement, both dilligaffs. Warren, it was
GR's gonna be done in 1
years
second.
ago. Who cares? No more Aquaman? That'd be a shame. They're good at turn your brain off movies, but that's about it. Angelina Jolie's out of Hollywood until somebody waves some dollar bills at her. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I like the movie. I'm not sure about the series, personally, but and the Traitors, I don't give a shit. I mean, I didn't like the first one. I don't care.
What about Warren Beatty?
Like I said, it was
Oh, you
50
did?
years ago. It's a little late.
Oh, maybe I was talking over you. I did not hear you. That's my favorite one. Good job,
Oh, he just had to blow something up. You know how he is.
GR got it. Yeah, GR.
What just happened? That was so weird.
All the times I'm on here, I get them all. I don't want to ruin my record.
It's always weird with I don't know why, but for us there's some lag that messes with our audio, but then it's like fine on the live stream. So I don't really know, but it works for them. So it doesn't work for us, but it works for you. So as long as you're seeing it and you're enjoying it, the hot takes will keep on keeping on.
Thanks,
so yeah, Queens believes in you, GR. But yeah, but honestly, guys, everybody out there, thank you so much for watching the hot takes. Thank you all for the perfect hot takes. We got that hat trick. It's amazing. It doesn't happen all the time. It's very exciting. It's some breaking news in its own because it's pretty freaking hot takes. But there's a lot happening today. It's been a crazy weekend and a crazy Monday because now it's time to get into it. All right. Sabrina, did you have something to say before I get into it?
Well, Edward Hyde wants to know who won, so that's really a Brian choice, I guess. But I wanted to know, Zach, if that was okay for you since you had a bad day. Zach, did we do a 10 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 or something above a 5 out of 10? Let me know in the chat.
It was all the 10s. Let the check decide. You know what we'll do? We'll start on
Right,
next
cool.
time Wednesday.
You guys pick who won. Everybody say who you think won in the chat.
We'll start doing polls, and then people can actually decide that way. We'll start doing that. That'd be fun. So I'll integrate that in there next time. But we gotta talk about our Santa's drinking some Gatorade. Leave him alone. He's got to go deliver some presents later. He's still rapping. He's got a lot of jobs to do.
Deliver stuff.
Trust, as someone who has very little electrolytes, I appreciate a Gatorade. Okay. I was just asking.
Santa always wraps it before he gets out there, before he attacks the day. So anyways, so there's a spinoff coming, everybody. There is a spinoff to Wednesday coming. This actually came out today. They've been talking about it behind the scenes. Of course, we had the strikes, everything happening, but now they're about to start shooting season 2 of Wednesday. And at the same time, when they're in Scotland, they're going to start shooting a spinoff featuring Uncle Fester himself, Fred Armisen. So he only made a little cameo, really, if you think about it. It was only a little bit in the actual season, the first season, but now he's actually coming for his own series on Nickelodeon. Not Nickelodeon, on Netflix. On Nickelodeon. I wish it was Nickelodeon.
That would be a good fit.
I feel like I've been drinking already.
You can't be this drunk on Monday.
I'm gonna drink on Netflix. On Netflix, he's gonna be doing this, everybody. Now
he'll be drunk for the next month straight.
Right? Thursdays. But Bloomberg actually released this information first. And then also, they came on deadline. It's some big news moving forward, but it's from MGM. And they don't have information yet. Of course, this is very early news, just came up. But Wednesday has been doing so well. It had 252.1 million views, which is insane for any show. It doubled any other #1 programming they've had. So season 2 Wednesday is coming, of course. Hydration is a friend of the show, and a friend of the show is Wednesday. So I really hope this is good. For me, again, I like Fred Armisen. I think he's great. I think his Uncle Fester's a little weird, but it works. It's kind of fun. It kind of surprised me to have this spinoff. I thought they really just continued just the Wednesday story for a while before we got spinoff. Seems a little early to me, but you know what? I believe what they did with the Wednesday series. It was good. So hopefully Fred Armisen's project will be great too. I'm interested. GR, are you interested in this all? Do you care about this? Do you want to see a spinoff of Fred Armisen being Uncle Fester? Do you think that they should have stuck to the old school stuff? Maybe they should have done what better? Maybe Christopher Lloyd would have been better. GR's not having it.
Remakes of the remakes. I'm tired of them. I want Sabrina. Let's have something original, not something a remake of something when I was a kid.
Did you see the Wednesday spinoff at all?
I didn't watch the Wednesday. Dude, I watched the show and it was funny. I'm not gonna watch this shit.
So you think that this will do well, or you think it'll bomb? Because Wednesday did fantastic for Netflix.
Yeah,
You think this will do well?
Wednesday's done all right. Fester will get ratings for a couple of weeks at least, and then maybe not.
Yeah, well, I don't know, GR. I feel like people love this franchise already. What they're doing with it, so I have a feeling that maybe it'll do well. I don't know. Maybe it'll do well. I mean, honestly, Jenna Ortega is very involved.
I know one household where it won't be viewed.
It won't be in GR's household. I bet she'll be executive producing on it or something. I bet Jenna Ortega will be very involved. What do you think about this, Rachel? Do you think that this will be a good franchise moving forward to like do a spinoff like this with Uncle Fester, or do you think that again he should stay in his limited role in the actual Netflix series of Wednesday?
I love Fred Armisen, so I'm here for whatever Fred Armisen wants to do. Let him do it. He's hilarious. He's a great character actor. He's gonna knock it out of the park. As for how successful I think it's gonna be, I think Wednesday did well because it was a cute little goth girl. Jenna Ortega is amazing. She is a great actor, and people think the character's adorable. So I don't know if Fester has the same adorable marketability.
It might.
Maybe it won't do so good. But I like Fred Armisen, so I hope it does at least okay.
I hope it does well for him. I mean, I think that overall that again, we're right. Jenna Ortega, it's her own thing. It's like a whole different spin on it. It's a weird choice, I still think. I'm like really kind of weird by it. Right, Peppy? Isn't it weird?
Damn, skip it.
Yeah, Peppy's weird about it too. Sabrina, what do you think? You liked Wednesday a lot. Do you think that this is a good avenue to go into? Give Fred Armisen a chance to do his own show, or do you think that they should just stick to Wednesday on Netflix as opposed to maybe you send him over to Nickelodeon? Sabrina, what do you think?
Well, you said I liked Wednesday a lot. That's pushing it. I watched it. I liked it. It was fine. I wasn't doing any backflips about it. It was fine. I see the appeal. I think that Tim Burton put a good spin on it. I think that Jenna Ortega did a really good job with the character. You know, they had some, whatever love triangle situation. Like also the Christina Ricci cameo situation was not cameo. Part was a fun spin. Christopher Lloyd will always be my favorite Fester. I was, too young for this guy. Although I did watch the original show like in reruns when I was probably, I guess, in middle school or something, which, it's just the reason why I knew about it in the first place. But they've redone it and redone it and redone it. It's like, I don't know. I don't see that. I certainly do not see the need for a Uncle Fester spinoff. And I don't know what that would look like. But if they do it the way that they did Wednesday, it will probably be successful because people loved it. So, it is what it is. With GR and with what I say all the time, it would be super amazing if we could just come up with some original ideas. So shocking in Hollywood, but I don't know. I feel like it definitely has potential. Also, Queen says something about when is Thing going to get a show. I don't know if you saw Wednesday, but he was my favorite part of Wednesday, or the Hand. Well, is that a he or do we call him he? I don't know. He was really, really, really good. The Hand was really, really good. It was one of my favorite parts of the show, honestly.
He was great. He was the thing.
Really fun.
I guess it'd be they thing, right?
They maybe, yeah, maybe.
But
they did a great job. Period. It was very fun the way that they went about it. Like, and it was just I don't know. It was my favorite, most fun part of the show. That was when Thing was around. So. I hope they continue that. I know they said they weren't going to focus on anything that was romantic in this next season of Wednesday, not talking about the spinoff, obviously.
They're changing a lot.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect on either avenue. I hope it's good because I'm sick of watching shit. And also, again, for the 347th time, be great if we could just find some, new ideas from writers who are like busting their ass making scripts and submitting them to you. Maybe look at some of those instead of doing this again and again and again.
Give me one paw up, bro.
Is that a Thing reference, Peppy? What do you think? I don't know, man. Peppy thinks he's funny, but yeah. I think the overall, the original Wednesday, as we said, it did really well because of Jenna Ortega, because of what it was, a spinoff, a different kind of genre. It's just weird to me. I think it's a money grab, and honestly, hopefully it's good for everybody involved, but I think it is a money grab, and I don't think it's necessary. But maybe GR will change his mind when he sees it.
With that comment.
GR, I bet you'll change your mind. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna say it. GR's gonna love it, and I can't wait for him to change his attitude and be all about it. That's all I'm saying.
I think he lit a light bulb
Right.
up on when he came on Wednesday, right? Uncle Fester, he did the light bulb thing, right? Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, I think it was at least in the trailers. They showed it.
I think he did do it. I would love to have Thing as a guest.
Don't mind random people yelling if you hear
Halloween.
them anyways. But yeah, but honestly, this is happening. We're getting a Wednesday spinoff. We're getting Uncle Fester coming in. Fred Armisten's gonna be doing this. Hopefully it's good. But overall, I think we're kind of being like, I think this might be a bad choice. But you never know. Never know till you see it. I'll give it a chance. Here it comes. Fred Armisen coming back to be Uncle Fester. But something else that's coming back, another spin-off of a project, of course, was Rings of Power. And for Amazon, it didn't do that well. I mean, it did okay. It did okay. But I know that and make so much, this was the biggest one they ever spent, like any kind of project. They spent the most money on buying it, putting it out there, making it, and then it didn't do so well. But I mean, apparently that Amazon had bigger problems because they were being sued. Amazon was being sued. The Tolkien franchise, the estate was being sued. A big thing was going down. And this lawsuit just ended, and it ended with Amazon winning. So this is, I heard this and I laughed a little bit because an author, and this author's name is Demetrius Polisharin. I had it earlier. Polisharin, whatever his name is. Demetrius. Demetrius came forward. He wrote some fan fiction book called Fellowship of the King, and it was following the Lord of the Rings franchise. He said it was a perfect sequel coming forward, and he made a lot of money off this, put it out there. But then he decided to sue Amazon because said Amazon and the Lord of the Rings, the whole Tolkien estate, stole his idea for the Rings of Power. And so they owed him $250 million. That's what he said. So he put this forward, and of course, he lost. He lost. And now the judge actually said he has to pay $134,000 for the court fees. Of course, he's going to pay Amazon's court fees. But on top of that, he has been forced to pull all of his content. That's every book he wrote, every letter he has, everything, every sequel idea, all of that is being taken away. He can't release anything else from Lord of the Rings. He has a permanent injunction placed against him that prevents Polysiren from doing any of this anymore. He actually had to sign something that said he would never do it again under perjury of law. And so everything he made from this is gone, and it's a big win for Amazon. It's a big win for the Tolkien franchise, or I should say the estate too, because it's a win being like, you can't just write fan fiction and make money off the name if you're not actually the estate. And for Amazon, it's a big win. A waste of time if you ask me, but I'm also like, how do you even make a fan fiction thing and then try to sue them after you made fan fiction? I mean, people do fan fiction online all the time on YouTube. They have fun, but like to sue the actual company being like, you stole my idea. Now if it was like verbatim, I mean, maybe, but you're also stealing their idea. To me, it's like a crack-wise thing. You're already making money, man, off their IP-ness. Leave it be. You already got the IP-ness. It's in your pocket. You own it. You made money. Leave him be. But he didn't care. And so anyway, so now he's losing money. Now he's like trying to tell the judge, I should have to pay this. He's like, fuck you. You're going to pay it. So honestly, I think that Polysiren, man, you fucked up, I think. You fought Amazon and you lost. Don't fight the law because the law is going to win.
And he found out.
He found out. He found out big time. You don't fuck around with anybody that loves Lord of the Rings or people that are behind it. But
you don't fuck around with Amazon, who makes bazillions of dollars. That's who you don't fuck around with.
That's
what lawyer are you going to get that's going to be better than a lawyer that Jeff Bezos can secure? I mean, are you kidding?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and he registered as fan fiction too.
Stupid, you know.
It seems like stuck on stupid. Sabrina, though, what do you think? Do you think that he should have just like not said anything? Do you think that it was maybe too harsh of a judgment, taking away all of his all of his books, pulling from shelves, everything, or do you think that it just made sense based off the circumstance that he put himself into?
I mean, I can see it from both sides. If I was writing I mean, I would never do that, but if a person was writing fan fiction about something, I can barely write a check these days. Like, I'm very busy. So if I was doing that, or anyone was doing that, and you came up with a storyline that was then very similarly made into a TV show, like, I wouldn't be thrilled about that. And like, I get what you're saying. Like, it's not your IP-ness to fuck with. However, if it is similar enough, like, that's not fucking cool. But on the other side, like, obviously Amazon's going to win. You're not going to beat Amazon. Like, that's ridiculously stupid. So I don't really know. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I could give 95,000 fucks less. Okay. Like, literally 0 fucks can be given on this fucking topic for me personally. I think that, the entire, franchise was, fine. I had watched stupid like 14 hours of it like the first time, like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that. Like I fell asleep 15 times. It's just not my thing. But I can agree that the first 3 movies were good. Like they were good. They were well acted. They were well written. Like that. What's his name? Andy Serkis did a great fucking job. Like
Yeah, he's awesome.
there was a lot of intention behind it. It was, but I watched a few episodes of this Rings of Power, and I literally wanted to throw something at the TV. That's how much I did not want to watch it. It was so bad, in my opinion. And also, it was like 94 episodes of nothing, and then all of a sudden,
Oh shit!
let's do all the things. It's like so many shows do that, but it's really fucking annoying. Yes, Edward Hyde. Somebody, some person who writes fan fiction apparently wanted to take credit for it, and then wound up somehow being stupid.
Demetrius Palasiren.
Yeah, that guy. Stupid enough to try to take Amazon to court and miserably lost. And not only lost, but now has to pay a shit ton of money.
$250 million he came after them for. Like,
right, but he has to pay $135,000. Like, what kind of person's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem, I'll write that check. Like, what?
Yeah, and he was telling the judge, like, I fucked up, so like maybe you should just like maybe have them just pay it. And then he's like, the judge is like, Judge Stephen V. Wilson was like, no. This was in the LA court this went down, so District of California. But I mean, honestly, I'm just like, I get it. Like, it does seem harsh. It does seem harsh, but still, like,
yeah, it really seems super harsh. And I'd like to see the stories or like whatever he wrote that he thinks.
Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't, because I can't.
No
I
one's
can't
gonna
even watch
see
the
now the
fucking
Fellowship of
show.
the King.
Like, go fuck yourself. I can't. I just can't.
I'd say
the copyright for Lord of the Rings has long expired. So he writes fan fiction. He's got a copyright. And guess what? This judge's the court fees, yeah, that'll stand up. But pulling his books and shit off the shelves, that'll get ejected, and the judge will get sued for being an idiot.
Do you think he's going to be countersued, GR? Or do you think he's doing an appeal, GR? Do you think he'll appeal the whole case?
He'll appeal that and win big time. Not the court fees. He lost the case. The judgment of pulling his books, that's what he can appeal and will win hands down.
Don't go down to Goblin Town. That's what Mike says. But yeah, GR. But do you think that he has? Do you think he has a right to keep fighting this fight? Do you think that you can actually beat Jeff Bezos in this fight?
No. That was as I said, stuck on stupid move. I mean, come on. You're not gonna beat them, but he has to pay the court fees. That's he lost. He was stupid enough to take a shot, and he lost.
Mm-hmm.
But the judgment that'll get overturned in 86th, and he'll be making money off his books. And that's all he cares about.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do, is make money off his books. Rachel, what do you think? I mean, we're kind of torn, but I agree with GR too a lot of times too. It's like, it's pretty harsh. And again, he'll appeal, like that is his livelihood. But do you think that this whole thing was his own fault? That maybe Demetrius should have just like left it be and just kept making his fan fiction? Because he had sequels and prequels and a bunch of stuff that he was written. He had another book coming out soon too. Do you think this is too harsh?
I think if the estate wasn't coming after him for copyright violation, he should have just stayed quiet and kept taking the money. I don't think the copyright is expired. Copyright law has gotten really weird and muddled and like really extended way far past where it should be. Disney has a lot to do with that, but that's another conversation. So I'm not sure exactly when Lord of the Rings becomes public domain. I don't think it is yet. So he should just stayed quiet, kept on his own business. I can't imagine having the audacity to sue Amazon for something like that.
Right?
So
the balls
he
on
kind of dug his
Demetrius.
own grave. So
yeah,
kind of sucks to suck. You fucked around, you found out.
It's shocking. It's shocking to me. I'm like,
Also,
how do you do that?
It's
making
really
money.
hard. It's really hard to prove something like that. It is really fucking hard to prove something like that. Like you remember the whole scandal about The Shape of Water? Like that, these two sons, like their father passed away, and like they found like this manuscript and like it basically was like the same kind of thing.
That's
and,
right.
Like,
yeah,
they had the manuscript and went to court, and 100% they were like, "Yep, Guillermo del Toro's fine, totally his story, not yours. Everything's cool." Like, so I don't see a world where like, unless it is like a word for word situation. I mean, even with like like parodying something, it has to be like 10% different. Like, it's really hard to prove something like that,
Yeah.
So I don't see, it seems like the wrong battle to fight, in my personal opinion.
And you're making money. You're doing well, Demetrius, and you were doing very well. And then you just kind of shot yourself in the foot, I would think, quite a bit. So honestly, I hope that he's able to have a leg.
Part of the anatomy.
Yeah, shot himself. You're right, GR. Right.
The Dilligan?
That'll work.
Right.
Right the other side of it.
But honestly, this happened. There might be an appeal, but Demetrius lost his case. Now he has to stop making any kind of fan fiction, and it's a big win for Amazon because, as Deadline was saying too, it's like this could actually be something that they can use in court again to fight other fan fiction people from trying to use their work moving forward. And it might open up the doors for that, or it might open up the doors for a big appeal where they go after Amazon again. We'll have to wait and see. But if you got fan fiction from Lord of the Rings, be careful. Don't mess with Bezos, because that rocket penis is very powerful. But anyway, something else that's very powerful is Batman. The rocket eye penis is very powerful. Just like Batman, who's very powerful. And now there's a new Batman series coming forward by Matt Reeves, everybody. So if you love Matt Reeves, the Batman, and you're excited about the Penguin, now you're getting Arkham. And I know there's a lot of fans out there that have won an Arkham series for a long time. I saw it today. I was actually pretty excited. The Arkham video games did really well, like really fucking well. It's like all the Arkham, like the, it's all the criminals of the Batman world. They're all locked away. It's a psych ward. They show it in Batman movies all the time where they lock up all the crazy people. They capture all the murderers and serial killers. They lock them up, and then they're there and they're, getting treated. But then in the Arkham games, they all break out, and there Batman has to stop them, and he goes in Arkham Asylum, fighting the Riddler, the Joker, all these people that asked for this game for a long time. Well, now Matt Reeves is doing it, but he's not doing it in the Batman universe. He's doing it in the actual new DCU, and it's going to be all attached to James Gunn's universe. Weird. So, and it's interesting because if Matt Reeves is doing his own stuff, he's doing the Penguin's in the Batman universe, the Batman 2's in the Batman universe. This is where it gets convoluted a little bit, if you ask me.
But it wasn't supposed to be, right?
No, well, this, no, all that wasn't. But then again, when they started over again, and when James Gunn got it, he said that's not going to be our Batman. But at this point, if you're going to make Arkham Asylum attached to it, why would you not just put that Batman as your Batman in the new DCU and just tie it all together at this point? Because you're liking what Matt Reeves is doing so much so you're giving another franchise in your faction, but also having him doing his own stuff. It just gets a little bit confused to me. And I think that the fans might be confused too at a certain point. I love the idea of an Arkham series. I think it's great. And I think they've been asking for it for a long time. And Reeves is producing this. He's creating it. And he's pushing for it, and James Gunn is very, very positive because James Gunn got asked straight up about it if he knew anything about this. There was rumors about this, and he straight up said that this is happening. It's part of my DCU. It's going to be a part of the whole monsters and mayhem, whatever the hell he calls it. It's part of this whole world. So it's interesting. I saw it, and I'm like, okay, I like the idea, but I just think throw it all together and make that Batman, make it your Batman, and put it all in there as one. But then again, maybe Twilight, maybe I'm going blank on his name.
Pattinson.
Twilight.
Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson. Maybe Pattinson doesn't want to actually be doing that much Batman. He signed on for a second one, but maybe he doesn't want to be James Gunn's Batman.
Laid on the Batmobile again.
He's a phenomenal voice actor. So if he voice acts the animation, he could very competently do it.
It's going to be live action though, Rachel.
Oh, the series?
Yeah.
Oh, then it's going to be trash.
Rachel, you think it's going to be trash? You think that this is dumb to do this? What do you think?
What DC's strongest suit is animation. DC kills their animation every time. They absolutely do a beautiful, wonderful job with it. Their films.
Right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Their films are bad. And if this series is going to be attached to the films, I don't have a lot of faith in it. Even under the James Gunn regime that we're now going to be doing, I don't have a lot of confidence. Yeah, if it was an animated series and unattached from the DCU, it would be very good.
E2 Queen. Sorry, Rachel.
I think Batfleck could be pretty upset about this too, but I just think that, Matt Reeves is, people are saying the Batman was underwhelming. Did you see the Batman, Rachel?
I did. I thought it was fine. There was parts of it that were definitely had some pacing issues.
Right, like that 74-minute scene where she was walking in with a fucking cocktail. Like, I see her boots, I see her eyes, I see his eyes, her. I'm like, Jesus fuck, we get it. We fucking get it.
Lexi Lexi would fall asleep for a few minutes and then wake up and be like, "Oh, did I miss anything?" Like, no.
No,
No,
you didn't
not
miss
much.
anything. You literally didn't miss anything. You could have
So it
pissed,
had
got
some- it definitely
popcorn,
had
walked to
some-
the car, smoked a joint. Everything's fine.
It definitely had some big pacing issues, but other than that, I thought it was decent.
Yeah. I mean, it was decent too, but I mean, honestly, I was kind of
It wasn't
surprised.
anything to write home about.
No, but I was
Nope.
kind of surprised, Rachel, when they actually were saying like, "Hey, we're gonna continue with this franchise," especially when you're rebooting everything. Like, why would you? Because again, it gets messed up. Then again, we have the whole Joker with Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. That's happening still. I like to say Gaga, so in case you're wondering. That's still happening. So that's also confusing. But for me, it's like people have asked for this movie, or this TV show adaptation for this game for a long time. Do you think that the fans will still want to see this, Rachel, though, regardless if it's not attached to that world?
I think Batman people are going to go see the movie regardless. Or watch the show regardless. I think they're going to watch it. I think it'll have enough viewership that it'll float along for maybe 2-3 seasons. But do I think it's going to be actually good? No.
Yeah. And I saw a comment in there about Selena had no
Is that her name,
chemistry.
Selena?
Yeah, well, that's Catwoman, Selena, but
That's
it
Catwoman.
was
Okay, not that.
Kravitz.
Not her actual
Kravitz's
name.
daughter.
Yeah,
Kravitz's
you wanna
daughter
know-
was actually.
You want a fun fact, Brian? Go for it.
Fun fact: they did have some chemistry on top of the Batmobile.
Yep.
So they were caught on set when they weren't supposed to be there, getting freaky on the Batmobile when they
You know
came
what?
to set. They
You
were
know
caught by
what?
Matt
If
Reeves.
you have the opportunity to screw on top of the Batmobile, you screw on top of the Batmobile. Good for them.
It happened. Matt Reeves was pissed. Apparently, there was a lot of drama between the two of them.
Everyone
They were
was
shooting
pissed.
the
It was
Batman.
a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. They shut down set and they said it was due to a COVID outbreak during the time because they were so pissed off. So I mean, it was
You're
a
like,
whole.
well,
It
you're
was a whole
definitely
thing.
catching it. 6 feet, motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, it was a funny time in Hollywood. It really was. GR, you
Look,
like the
if I had
Batman
the
world?
opportunity, I would screw on the Batmobile.
I think a lot
Sorry,
of
they
people
left
would.
the real Batman world so many years ago. I don't even watch it anymore.
But GR, do you think that because you know about Arkham, right? So do you think that it'd be good to make a whole story about like the inner workings of Arkham Asylum?
Not only no, but fuck no.
Sure says fuck no. Well, you could have all the characters in there. You could introduce a lot of characters. You could have fun, like you could put all the Riddler and stuff in there. You could have
I'll use my favorite expression on the show, Dilligaff.
Dilligaff. So nothing could actually get you to watch the new Batman movie at all, huh?
What part of no don't you get, Brian? The N or the O?
GR says no. GR is like Dilligaff. I
Hard
don't know.
no. Hard pass. That's it.
Peppy, what do you
He's
think?
off.
Do you agree? Do you think is GR right?
Yeah, I mean,
That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me at all. Anyways, yeah. So the fuckmobile, as Mike says on the comments, GR says Dilligaff. Rachel says we don't need this. Sabrina says I don't really care either about this.
I didn't say anything, actually.
Well,
I
then
said I didn't
Sabrina,
like the movie.
I'm gonna go to you though next. So Sabrina, overall, you hear both sides. Do you think that it could be good though? Because honestly, people the game's done a fantastic. You could throw a lot of maybe it could be too many characters at once, but the Joker is a big part of it. They've introduced now, of course, it's separate, so I guess they wouldn't use the Joker from. I mean, you'd have to have Joker there and recast Joker again. Is that a good thing to do now? You have 3 Jokers right now in this world. Is this a good idea at all?
I mean, you're getting real fucking specific, honestly. I did not like the Batman, as Queen said, and I really like what Edward Hyde said. He said that he played Bruce Wayne like a weirdo, which is my fucking problem with it. It's like the whole specific thing of like the alter ego is like one person's one thing and the other person's the other thing. Like Peter Parker, fucking Bruce Wayne, like it's like Clark Kent, like you can't play them both exactly the same. Now I will say this, I was very upset about this, and I said to my brother, who is a very big comic book fan and Batman fan, he goes, there is a branch of comic books that it is that way. So I guess that's what they were going for. In my understanding, it was really annoying to me. Like, I don't want the same. How do you not know it's him? Like, it's confusing. It's stupid. And I don't like it. Also, God damn it, fucking shit fuck. It was so fucking long. Like I was like, oh, I literally was like, I'm gonna jump off a bridge if I have to see one more second of this. The only thing that was like actually entertaining for me that I liked like a lot was that car chase scene with him and the Penguin. And by the way, Colin Farrell, shout out to you, homie. You did a great job as the Penguin. And I will watch that show because he was fucking amazing. But it was just slow. The pacing, everyone whisper act. Everyone just talk like this the whole time. I'm like, just fuck off. Like, what are you saying? Fucking, and even people I like Commissioner Gordon. I always want to call him Jeffrey Wright. Rush. Jeffrey Rush? No, Jeffrey Wright. Is it
Jeffrey Wright? Jeffrey Wright.
Oh, I was right the first time. Never happens ever. I love him. I fucking love him. He is amazing. I will tell you what, I wanted to punch him in the throat the entire time. I also wanted to punch Robert Pattinson in the throat the entire time. Even Catwoman. Everyone just whisper act. They were just like, I'm just gonna whisper over here, and then I'll whisper over there, and then let's whisper over here. It's like, no, that's not a thing. Like, what? I don't know what we're doing. Are we doing an exercise in acting class? Like, it's so annoying. I hate it, and I don't want it. I don't want to see any more of it, honestly. It was so dark. It was so brooding. And everyone was just like, which, by the way, is my life every day. I don't need anyone to show me that on screen. I live it, okay? So do something else, okay? Do something else.
I'm going to be the one person being here. I kind of want to see this. I actually kind of want to see this, though.
No shit, Ryan. No one's shocked.
Nobody else was.
Literally no one is shocked.
The games are cool. I think it's a great idea. You throw them all in there. It's like it's anarchy inside Arkham. But the problem is it's a logistical error because if you don't have a Batman, you don't have the Joker, and all these things connect. It's like doesn't make any sense because Batman, Joker, Riddler, I mean, they're all big characters in the games. You need to have all those characters, and it'd be a way of really introducing the whole universe in one go. But at this point, if I were them, I would just tie Matt Reeves' franchise in and make it what it is. But do we want Pattinson forever? That's the question. Maybe James Gunn's like, I don't like Pattinson to be my Batman. So at that point, you got to move on. But this is coming. It's coming. We're getting Arkham Asylum.
I'm sorry, Brian. Queen said it was drawn out and dark, and she could barely see anything. And I know I had that comment up because when I talk, I don't really pay attention to the comments, which is exactly what I was saying. So, hashtag love you, Queen. Nailed it.
It was drawn out. It was very dark.
I love you guys.
It was
Brian
very
disagree with us just for ratings.
I'm just saying, I like it. I like the idea, but I still think it's a convoluted mess because again, we don't have a Batman. James Gunn doesn't have a Batman. He's starting with Superman, and this probably be a couple of years down the line. So maybe it'll be afterwards we introduce Batman. But I just think that we should have either X-nated the whole Matt Reeves universe and then had him start over, or we put it together as one. I mean, that's just the way you do it. Having two, I think, is too much. And you know what? Hopefully this doesn't suffer. And it's an IP people have been looking for a long time. People have been asking for this franchise. And I hope that when we get to Arkham Asylum, we do it right. And it's not too convoluted and it actually works. That's all I'm saying. But it's happening. Arkham, the series. Get ready. On probably Max, I'd imagine. That's what I'm guessing it'd probably be. But
I did not play it, just so you know, Zach.
But that's DC. DC has been messed up for years. We know that. But now Marvel, everybody. Marvel is almost in the same boat as DC.
Thanks, Tootsie Ghost.
He'd be big enough, I'm saying. But now Marvel is in a bad spot because today, the verdict came out in the Jonathan Majors trial, and he's guilty of 2 charges out of 4, and Marvel fired Kang the Conqueror. And now leads me to our feature story of the night. So speaking of breaking fucking news, everybody, breaking news. This actually just happened. I'm going to say that and actually realize I say breaking news of that because it's kind of fun to me because a lot of stuff happens throughout the day. But this is actually breaking. I changed the story before we came live because before I was watching. I kind of thought we were going to get some kind of verdict today, but it came out. You know, they had 6 jurors, 3 men, 3 women. They had 2 alts, and they had 3 days of deliberations. They had 2.5. They did Thursday. They had part of Friday, and then they had all day today. And they came forward and they said, yes, Jonathan Majors is guilty. He's guilty of 2 counts. Guilty of 1 count of 3rd-degree assault and 1 count of 2nd-degree harassment. Now, there are other. Now, he was acquitted of a couple of counts. He's acquitted of 2 other counts of assault and aggravated harassment. So it was a split verdict overall. But, you know, both counts are misdemeanors, and he will be tried, or he will actually get his sentencing on February 6th. And at that point, we'll find out if there will be any jail time. Honestly, he's a first offense offender.
He'll get a slap on the wrist.
And he's rich as fuck.
he'll probably get a slap on the wrist. You're right, GR. Probably get a slap on the wrist. He probably won't get jail. Probably get some community service, and that'll be that. Now, the biggest problem that came down for him is Marvel's reaction. And I think we talked about this before the show came on. They probably had something out there they were kind of trying to figure out beforehand. Oh, I thought I was on this side. They probably had something before where they thought, well, if this happens, we got our paperwork ready to go. Let's just put it out there. He's fired. We're done. But Marvel did come out pretty swiftly being like, we were parting ways with Jonathan Majors. Now, the jury didn't believe a couple things. The jury did not believe that he intentionally committed aggravated harassment against her in the SUV. It wasn't intentional, but it happened. They also think, which again, I could see that kind of. I mean, they watched that video over and over again of her being thrown in the car. He was saying that he was trying to get her out of traffic. That's why he threw her so aggressively in the car before he ran away. I don't know, but they didn't believe that he was, it was intentionally happening. And they also did not believe that he harassed her outside the vehicle by picking her off the ground. But I mean, but throwing her in, that was fine. That was. So, I mean, it's a little bit convoluted, but overall, they didn't believe that most of it was intentional, because a lot of the other two charges it was intentional. It was planned. It was motivated. These things happen in the moment. Again, bad relationship, horrible relationship, it sounds like. It sounds like he has some ego issues. We know that before when he actually auditioned for Kang the Conqueror. We talked about this. He actually walked out of his audition because he said they took too long to bring him into the room, and they called him back, which as an actor, I mean, that's ballsy as fuck, and it worked for him. He got the job. But I think Marvel's probably regretting that right now because they parted ways immediately. Now, of course, there have been the rumblings they might fire him for a long time. Kang didn't perform the way they thought he would, but I think at this point is just too much of a mess. And so they probably had this letter written before today actually came out, and they let him go. And they were talking about before, but Jabari actually has her protection order is still in place. The judge actually renewed that after this came forward, so she would be protected because you never know what could happen. He didn't look at anybody. He didn't have any reaction. Apparently, Jonathan Majors, he just stared at the jury, and then he walked out. So he had his Bible. It's big. It's big. Honestly, he lost. And I said this before the air. I am not in shock or surprised over this verdict, Kevin Davis said. I'm not either. And I'm not trying to gloat. We talked about before we thought it was going to happen. Those text messages were damaging. It sounds like they had a very toxic relationship. It sounds like he has some ego issues. And also, I know we've had people on the show say that maybe it's steroids. He did get a lot bigger. Maybe something happened there. But regardless of all of that shit, I just think that it was a toxic relationship and it got out of control, and he let his temper get out of control. And he did abuse her. It happened. You see the pictures. You see the text messages. You see her trying to cover up for him. End of the day, it's a logistic matter for Marvel, and they had to let him go. And they were going to pay him $20 million a movie, everybody. He was on scale for Loki and all this, and he was about to go his whole bracket for everything moving forward, and he lost all that. So his career, pretty damned. It's pretty damned. I guess the Bible didn't really work out, Edward says. Well, it doesn't always work out for everybody. But, it is sad. I'm going to say it's sad for Marvel fans. It's sad for Disney, but it's great for Grace, because I don't think that she wanted to say anything. It didn't seem like it. They were trying to put her out there as she's trying to ruin his career, trying to ruin his life. He's suicidal as he's texting her how he's going to kill himself the whole time. So for me, if your whole defense is she's suicidal, I'm not, and it comes forward that you're actually the person saying I'm going to kill myself over and over again, and then she's saying I don't want to do this, and you're trying to, it's like they were trying to hide it, and they want this case thrown out multiple times, and I think at the end of the day, I hope that she can get some rest and she's going to be okay. And I hope that we can move on from this and learn from it. And hopefully this doesn't happen again. Anybody, regardless, it does happen all the time. I just hope this shit can stop in the world as it is. But we hear about this. And of course, it's not the best news report, and it is breaking news. But Sabrina, are you surprised? And do you think this was a good move by Marvel logistically to come so fast forward to be like, he's fired, he's done, goodbye, Kang the Conqueror?
I mean, we've been hashtagging Denzel Washington for Kang for a really long time. So
we have been.
No, I'm not super upset. Everything I read about it when this first happened, and obviously you're innocent until proven guilty, and all of the things, but everything that I read about it, all signs pointed to not good for him. They were split, which is good for him because he could have got convicted of all 4 counts. Also, who premeditatedly abuses their spouse? That doesn't even make sense. They're like, oh, when she gets home tonight, I'm going to punch her in the face, and then I'm going to drag her into it doesn't make any sense to me to even how is that? I don't know. That was weird to me that they're it wasn't intentional. No shit. Crimes of passion are never intentional. Like shit happens and you get upset, and that's what fucking that's it. It happens.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how that distinction is made in something that is like so fiery and intense and in the moment. She is a tiny little thing. So for him to, toss her in the back of the car, like I think they said that he tossed her like a football. She is a tiny little thing. You know what I mean? Like she's fucking tiny. And I feel so bad that like she, endured that for years. And like, and I'm glad that she got some justice, even though it didn't seem like she wanted it. She didn't want any part of this, I don't think. And that's why
She tried to run.
that's why I believed her also. And like someone was like, well, why is she chasing him for 5 blocks? I'm like, well, you get in a fight with your boyfriend and they throw you in the back of the car. Why wouldn't you chase them for 5? Who doesn't do that? Are you like, okay, cool, we'll just figure that out tomorrow? Like, no, I would be chasing your ass in 5 seconds. Like, and that's why I'm like, no, you listen to me, motherfucker. Like, it's not like all of the evidence was very superficial, in my opinion, on their side. And the text messages that came from the UK were super fucking damning. I'm not surprised at all. I am glad that he was convicted. I'm not trying to fire anybody from anything, especially in today's fucking climate, but like, sorry, bro, you fucked up. You should have been better. You should have been smarter. And also, tons of people that went to school with him at Yale, tons of people that worked with him in the theater in the city. A lot of people said that he was super fucking abusive as a human being. Directors have come out and said that he was abusive, like that. And so I really don't think that people, yeah, absolutely, Edward Hyde, absolutely, 100. And also he was using the fact that her last boyfriend killed himself. So
that was fucking rough too.
He was throwing that in her face. If you do this, I'm going to kill myself. If you do that, I'm going to kill myself. So that's a trauma point for her. And he used that as a manipulation fucking tactic, which is super fucked up. Like I have zero respect or worry or shit fucking give alls about what the fuck this guy is going to do with his fucking career or his time. And if he fucking Kevin Spacey's himself out of it at some point, I don't fucking care. You should have been fucking better. And especially with the trajectory of his career as it was going, he could have fucking got his shit together and not been the cunt that he was for the past fucking however many years. But he didn't. So sorry, I don't feel bad for you. You made your bed, lie in it, motherfucker.
And that whole thing too, it was fucking upsetting. I don't know if you saw that, Rachel, but it was like they made her cry in the stand because they were pushing about her ex-boyfriend who killed himself. I don't know if that's funny, but
No, I'm sorry, but Zach said it's funny.
But crimes of passion are too intense. I can tell. You can put it in a hole in the barbecue. Okay, I don't know. Okay,
it's fucking funny. It's a joke. He's a stand-up comedian. It's funny.
I know, but I don't.
Don't be serious. Jesus fuck, that was funny and well timed. Zach, thank you.
But on a serious note, though, like
exactly.
the fact that during the whole thing, Rachel, like they were grilling her. The defense was grilling her and being like about the whole suicide thing, about how she's suicidal. That's what it is. Didn't your boyfriend kill himself? And you're going to kill yourself too because of all that. And she literally broke down in tears and ran out of the court because she couldn't handle it. She tried to actually leave the country to go. She's from the UK, and they brought her back. The DA brought her back because they knew about these charges. So that's why they had this whole thing where his defense was saying, well, because this is all planned by the DAs is trying to take down. And of course they played the race card, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that happens sometimes, but to me it just seemed like she wanted nothing to do about this, and whatever happened, it was toxic, it was bad, and I think she didn't want this to happen, and it happened. But are you surprised that Marvel acted the way they did? And do you think that when you hear about these facts, do you think that this makes sense? I mean, of course, in a time like this, we're not lawyers, none of that, but like it probably, I mean, I get it wasn't intentional. Maybe he wasn't thinking in the moment, but does this kind of make more sense with what you think the jury was trying to say for a verdict that, yes, there was assault, but it wasn't intentional? And you think that Marvel maybe reacted the right way?
From the very first time we talked about all of this a few months ago, and we saw those text messages that him and his
and Grace were doing,
now ex-girlfriend were.
He also, like, here, Rachel, before I don't want to cut you off, but he also said on the 911 call, because he called, he's like, oh, it's my ex-girlfriend, and like they literally were just together that night, and he's like throwing ex-girlfriend on the 911 call. Kind of weird, right? I'm just saying.
But they from the minute I read those text messages, I was like, this guy absolutely did everything that they're saying he did. Like, when you live so long and you experience so many things, you start to notice patterns and things. And the way he was speaking to her, yeah. And I think between those text messages, the UK text messages, all of the evidence, his team should not have pushed her to the point where they were allowed to use the UK evidence, because I think that really kind of was the linchpin and everything, and that was the evidence that just could not be ignored in setting all of this up. So his team fucked up. He fucked up. Marvel did the right thing. I feel really bad for Grace because this is not going to be over for her anytime soon. Unfortunately, there is going to be a subsection of fans of Marvel and of this actor who are going to blame her for him losing his role. They're going to come after her. They are going to harass her. She's not done. He's going to blame her. So she has still quite a lot of stress and quite a lot of turmoil to go through until she's done with this. And I think that's really unfortunate that she had to go through all of this and still does not get to rest and still does not get to be free from it.
Yeah.
So I think that's really just truly horrifically unfortunate. I don't think he's going to learn fucking anything. I think Majors is going to come away from this and say, oh, well, that bitch just screwed me over. And he's not going to learn a damn thing, because people like that do not learn.
In the meantime, he's already married someone and is bringing a Bible to court. Obviously, he didn't learn anything.
Yeah, Megan Good.
I didn't know he was married.
Oh, yeah.
This just happened.
Yep. In 5 minutes, he's now married.
He's calling her the missus.
He's carrying a Bible with him.
He's trying to revamp his PR image.
It's a prop. Yeah, but he also, they say he's a very religious person. I don't know. But the Megan Good thing, like Megan Good was there by his side the whole time. Like right after this got done, he started dating her. She's in the Shazam movies. You've seen her around. She's a good actor. And I think that whatever happened, they fell, whatever it is, but it's also weird.
She does not have to experience what this other young lady experienced.
Oh, me fucking too. I hope they're just friends and she's doing it as a favor. I hope it's not real.
Yeah.
I really hope
There have been rumors
real.
they got married and he's calling her the missus and all this stuff, which, you know, they've been only together for a few months. So I don't know. They started dating right after this. Like this happened in March. They started dating in like May. So it hasn't even been that long. So it may be. But then again, he was texting a girl called Cleopatra in his phone. And I'm like, was that Megan Good?
She should have named her Dove. Like, who names the Cleopatra? Like, what are you doing, bud?
Cleopatra.
I 100% think that Marvel had this paperwork drawn up from the moment the first story came out. They were ready. They had the paperwork. They were just waiting for the final verdict so they could say, hey, he violated his ethics clause in his contract. Yeah. We don't have to pay him shit. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Said to Brian,
bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. You're done.
Yeah. GR, does that how you feel about this? Do you think that Marvel made the right choice to fire him so swiftly?
No doubt about it. But somebody in the comments asked, do they think he'll ever get hired again?
Edward, yeah.
It may be a year, maybe 6 months, but somebody will hire him.
Not that soon.
I think he'll get hired again, though.
What he is a guy that needs some serious help. She does 100%. Too.
34 years old, 34 years old, peak of your career.
And it happens at all ages.
Yeah.
People that have these problems, his is anger management and hers self-esteem, they both need professional help to get over this problem.
Yeah.
And I hope they both get it.
I don't feel sorry for him, Queen.
I don't feel sorry for him. I just said he needs help.
I feel sorry for the situation. I don't feel sorry for him. I think he did everything fucking wrong in this. Like, I think that he was at the top of the world. You know what? Top of the world. And something happened in September. And whatever happened, if it was, I'll be a conspiracy theorist. Maybe Disney covered it up. It happened while he was shooting on Loki. There was a police report. There was a hospitalization. There are these text messages. It was all swept under the rug. In London, that's what came out. It was in London. He was shooting Loki. They were doing reshoots of Loki season 2, and it happened. And then those are all those damning messages that came out during the trial. And his lawyers literally said it will be damning if this stuff gets out from London. The jury will never let him go. This cannot be part of this trial. And for me, I'm like,
they open that door.
Then they open the door themselves and let it happen.
Hardcore.
But for me, it's like, as a human being, if something like that happens, it sounds like because she said she was going to lie to it because he abused her, and it happened once, and then you let it happen again. It's like, hey, you are an idiot. You're an idiot. If something happened one time, you two should be like, this is a bad relationship. We can't do this anymore. Let it go. Let it go. But they didn't, and he did something again. And so here's where we're at. But it's unfortunate, everybody. It's very unfortunate. It's big breaking news. And I'm upset for what it means for movies always, because I know people did love Kang the Conqueror, and I think that we have a better choice in Denzel, though. We should have got Denzel before. Throw Denzel in there, age him up.
What did he do that was so great as Kang? Like, honestly, I'm not saying he's not a good actor, and he has done other roles that were good.
He was kind of there.
Kang was just what he took like William Shatner fucking pauses between every goddamn fucking line. It was like distracting and annoying. Like the only part of Quantumania that like I felt like he was actually like successful in his portrayal was when like he was with what's her name, gorgeous Scarface, Michelle Pfeiffer. Thank you. She like when they were like having their like not romantic, but like kind of like insinuating romanticism, and they were trying to fix the thing, to make the thing go, and like before she knew anything, like that was the only time that he was believable. Because every other time, to me, he was overacting. It was all just it was so contrived. Like when he was with her, he was just being an actor. He was like, okay, I like this person. I'm trying to get this person to do what I want. It wasn't so specifically like to whatever he decided that Kang's character was, and I believed it. It's the only thing I believed in that whole fucking movie. And this Loki second season, Jesus fuck, dude, I couldn't even stand for him to be on screen. I couldn't wait for him to evaporate. Unbelievable.
Evaporate, which kind of what happens on the show. But Kang is better on Avengers, Earth, Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, I mean, they were trying to make some different. Kang was going to be a bigger storyline. Marvel's already been saying stuff before. They're going to start to phase out Kang because of the box the box office numbers weren't as good for his performance. They still say they loved it, so they want to continue forward. But I think that at the end of the day, regardless of all of this, that's just something they're just trying to cover their tracks some more. It's damning for Disney. Disney is not Warner Brothers. With the Ezra Miller stuff, they're not Warner Brothers. They're Mickey Mouse. They have a family brand, and they will not allow something like this to stand for it. And now that Bob Iger's back, he definitely wouldn't. So I think that once this happened, we said in the show a million times, his days were numbered at Disney. So it's unfortunate for fans, but it was necessary for the brand and the franchise, and it was necessary for Grace Jabari, who did not want this at all, I think. And all the people out there that are fighting for him, I get it. You love him. You think that he was wrong. I understand. Everyone has their opinions. End of the day, this is not a good business move to keep him on board for Disney, and I think that there is justification in this actual verdict. And we'll talk about on February 6th, when the actual sentencing goes down, what happens to him. He could serve up to a year in jail. Again, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that's a fairy tale world. He still has lots of money.
Too much money for that.
Yep. I think he's going to just disappear for a while. And I think he'll eventually come back maybe. But honestly, this is at a point where he could have gone bigger. And I think that he wasn't Kevin Spacey, who will come back. He was somebody that could have gone, but did not. And that's unfortunate. But you know what? You dig your own grave, man. So Kang the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors is no more. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control. We appreciate you so much. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. It was a great day. So happy to have my lovely guests back here on Kruse Control. GR Waters, thank you so much, man. Love having you here. Bah humbug. But also Merry Christmas to y'all. Thank you so much for being here.
My
Hope you had a good time here. Miss Rachel Blakely, thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control. Bringing back Mondays, making them sexy, making them good, making them hot, making them cool. Thank you for being here as always. Appreciate you.
Bringing Monday back.
Bringing Mondays back.
No one wants
Hope
Monday
you had a great
back.
time. Happy holidays. And thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you.
Anytime. I'll be here back next Monday. Or I guess next Monday. Next Monday's Christmas.
Yes,
have a good Christmas, everybody. Monday.
We might take we might take a Christmas break. Christmas miracle. We might be back next week. We'll see. But I'm not really sure right now. We'll see. We'll see how the days are going to be. But Miss Vittoria, thank you so much for being back here on Kruse Control. Can I even have? Oh my God! Happy Monday. Thank you for being on Kruse Control. Hope you had a great night, and happy holidays too. We'll see you back.
We went from fucking Twin Peaks to Dallas in the chat. This is amazing, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
on
being
the chat.
Here. You're all spectacular. I love you so much. And by the way, if you're still watching, please just hit the fucking thumbs up for us, please. Pretty please. Sugar on top. I love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, just
also
spread.
Fireworks happening. Nope. Did
Maybe?
No, I did.
Hey!
They got taken away last week, and I was very upset. Anyone who was here, no. Brian, you have them too.
I do have them too. Yeah, that was double fireworks.
Because baby, you're a firework.
That is crazy, Katy Perry.
This means you're hot, Sabrina.
Hearts for all.
They
Hearts
took
for
away
all,
from me.
everybody.
I thought my whole life was over.
It happened. It happens sometimes. They take it away, they bring it back. That's life.
Bye, Queenie.
Rachel, the hearts are still there, Rachel. The hearts are still there. We feel it. Thank you, Queen. Thank you all for being here. It's been a great time. We're at 889 subscribers. The numbers keep going up. We're still trying to reach that big old 1,000 by the end of the year. So you got to tell the word, spread it out there, tell everybody you know. You got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your great-grandmas, your grandpas, all the grandpas in the whole world that conglomerate into the grandma and grandpa world. That one island that's sexy as hot, and they're all naked, but they love each other, they rub each other, and they subscribe to Kruse Control. Tell them out of the world. Bring those children because they got to subscribe too. You know, you got to tell the cats and the animals and the chinchillas and the ferrets and the birds of prey and all the chihuahuas and the furry flamingos and all the fucking woodland creatures that are bears and beavers and fucking tigers and cats and of all sizes and shapes because we love them all, and all the dogs of all sizes and shapes. They all have to subscribe. They all do. When we get to that 1,000, we'll have a good time. It'll be great. We'll be subscribing big numbers. We'll keep going for you, the people out there, because we love you so much. Thank you so much. Happy holidays. Love you so much. Yeah, spread the word. We're almost there. 1,000. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We love you so much. The Pep Star needs you here, right, Peppy? Peppy wants you here. We want you here. Well, everybody wants you here. Please, please, please keep coming back.
Brian, thank you for having me.
Oh.
Love y'all. Holla Leezy.
Thanks, Peps. Anyways, everybody, have a great Monday. Thank you again for being here. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Happy holidays. Have a few drinks with your friends. Have a few cocktails. Enjoy the holiday season. And until Wednesday, see ya.